Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Thursday, June 18th. Positive close on the market today, although, it's pretty much a choppy session. We've got triple witching tomorrow, options, stock futures, and index futures expire. Most of the damage has already been done this week with regards to options. As I mentioned in the chat room, it's usually highly manipulated so that they can get to the price where the most options expire worthless, calls and puts, because essentially it's the big brokers who run the market and they don't want you to make any money. They sell the options and they want the options to expire worthless. So tomorrow, could go either way. We could see another session similar to today, or given that the options pain has already been done, we could see them, jack this market up ahead of next week with some funds perhaps starting to position for the quarter end window dressing. Here we're looking at the Dow 15-minute chart. We're still in this bullish falling wedge. We almost broke it today, but then into the close we sold back down. If we flip to the daily chart, you can see I've drawn in this new trend line here. Like I said, dating back to the March lows, we didn't have more than two red days in a row. Yesterday ended up being another red day, but we bounced back today. We closed right below the 50-day or the 200-day moving average again. So if we're able to get some traction, if we're able to break above 8,600 tomorrow, we should see a very nice week next week. Downside support again, we should see very solid support at the 50-day moving average. That's at 83.58, which isn't very much lower. Dow RSI has dropped right to the 50 level and is holding. Stochastics, as you can see, we're still not to the buy area 20, but we haven't seen stochastics dip below 20 since the March lows, so we could see a bottom and a turn here, just given how the chart has been recently. As I mentioned in the chat room, everyone is still very negative in this market. You've got the quotation mark experts on TV telling us to be very careful for a big sell-off. Don't buy this. Everyone's saying sell, sell, sell. You see shorts saying the market's going to break down. Usually the most are wrong, as I've said many, many times, and the most are saying that we're going to go lower. 9 out of 10 times the market does opposite of what the most think. So that is why we continue to have an upward bias. Granted, we have increased cash positions, but that's just because we were running out of plays. Starting to see some plays pop up, judging by the alerts you've seen over the last couple of days. So next week could be shaping up for a very nice week, and we could be setting up for a nice little run into the first couple of weeks of July. Let's jump into stock plays. ASTM, we just nailed this one on the nose. A couple of days ago, I mentioned on that volume spike that it was probably a news leak and that we were going to jump in just given how nice the chart was. Our target was 50 to 55 cents. Pre-market this morning, the stock was trading at 60 cents, 75% gain in a couple of days. The news that came out, as I had mentioned a couple of days ago, stock tanked back in late May when the FDA halted one of ASTM's drug trials because there was a debt. I said it was probably not related to the drug because it happened afterwards. FDA came out this morning and said, hey, wasn't related to the drug. Stock bounced back. Doing due diligence on these stocks, if you've done this long enough, it's pretty easy to pick this kind of crap out. But nice big gap up, given that there was no momentum in the stem cell sector and it was just news related. Traders sold into it. But, this is why you book half gains on spikes. I pump it into you guys over and over and over again. On spikes, take half. You're not going to go broke taking partial profits on gains. So at least half profits should be taken. Target on the rest would be a move back to 50 cents, or you can sell out and look for a dip under 40 to rebuy the position. Indicators are getting a little overbought, but they still look pretty strong. So we'll see how the stock acts tomorrow. Maybe it could be in store for another move next week. AFT, nice big spike on this one today. Hit 43, broke over through the 200-day moving average. But then again, the stock is trading on Scamex. Like I said before, if it was trading on NASDAQ, we'd have a larger position in this one. It's trading on Scamex, which is more manipulated than the over-the-counter market. And as such, the specialists do what they want. Stock looked great. Then late in the day, they painted it a little lower. Pull this one in a little closer. Chart looks really, really good. We get a close above 40 cents on this one, and it'll be off to the races with a next target of 55 to 59 cents on this one on the chart. Strong support now at 30 cents. So, we've got a partial gain booked on this one. We've played it a couple of times, so we're really playing with the house money, and, we'll look to add on dips, not making it a large position just because it's on the Scamex index. And, indicators look great. RSI moving nicely higher. ADX is very strong. On balance, volume and stochastic still have some nice upside momentum on this one, and wouldn't be surprised to see this one continue tomorrow and gap higher. NLST hit first target today. The 200-day moving average 44 cents. Got walked down late in the day like a lot of stocks, so still looks very, very good. Trading below cash. Strong support at 33 cents. Once it breaks this 45-cent area, we'll be looking at a move to 55 to 60 cents on this one. ADX remains very strong. As you can see, just continued building strength. And Stochastic still has some nice upside momentum in it. DSCO 50% winner for us on Monday. Over the last couple of days, it's been treading water. It's been up big. Retraces the next day, up big, retraces the next day. Yesterday we hit 129 intraday. Our scalp target on this one each time is a move to the 200-day moving average. That's around the 130 area. But volume, as you can see, on the big up days, volume is heavy. Lower volume on the red days, which is classic accumulation. And also, as I mentioned, the Wellington Fund had picked up 15 million shares of DSCO over the last few weeks. These are the same guys that loaded ELN right before both of its previous big runs. So these guys know what they're doing, and seeing them in this stock is a very positive sign for it in the near term. All the indicators look very, very nice. We're just waiting on possible news. FDA approval, you'll see this one up here in the twos, but for now we're just looking for a move to 130 plus on the scalp ad. $1.10 to $1.15 is where I'd look to pick up scalps. Extremely strong support at $1 here. NXXI, we've played this one a few times, sent out another alert on this one today, just given the momentum we've been seeing in the 25 cent to 40 cent stocks over the last few days. Nice little stair-stepper action on this chart, and we should see another test of the mid-30s over the coming days. RSI, nice bounce off 50. Stochastics as well has a nice little bounce. As I said in the chat room and in the alert, there's not many of these quality plays left down here in Pennyland. And, on this final leg of the rally, which I think is going to happen, you're going to see traders starting to stampede into these stocks, which is why we're positioning ahead of time on them. ZHNE is another one we've been playing quite well. Nice uptrend in place here. Stock has flatlined over the last, the last month. It's been pretty much trading in a very tight trading range. I mean, when you see garbage like WAVE bust out to the upside and BWTR, the quality plays like this will eventually get found. Zone, let me push it into a closer time frame so you can get a better. We've got a nice little uptrend here. Break of 32 cents should set it free this time. As you can see, over the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty stable. The sector is starting to heat up again. Techs and wireless plays are the place to be right now. And this one goes a break of 35 cents, and we're looking at 45 and 55 cents on the target. RSI held 50. We're about to get a positive MACD cross. ADX has remained positive throughout this rally, and Stochastic still has a lot of upside room. So again, when you see the garbage penny stock starting to take off, the quality cash plays like ZHNE and NXXI are just, asking to be grabbed here for the inevitable run. ACLS, we've been pretty patient with this one over the last week. Bounced off its 50-day moving average yesterday and looks like it's ready to finally make a challenge of that 200-day moving average at 70 cents. RSI bouncing off 50, ADX strong. Should be a very nice mover over the next few days. And then last but not least, VG, Vonage, could be ready for its run. We had a serious breakout nice today. This is the same kind of large flow play. All we're looking for over the next couple of days is 55 cents or thereabouts. Would look to add around 42 cents. But that's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow.